Good morning, everybody. Here we are on Monday, the 19th of October for another assembly. So this is going to be our last assembly of the term. And I know that you'll be wondering what's going to happen to your celebration assembly on Friday. Well, as we're not here on Friday, we've got a very busy day on Thursday. I can tell you that our celebration assembly for all of this week's work will be on the first Monday back. So lots of hard work this week in the 4 days up to the end of term. And then we'll be doing the announcements of house points and winners, all those sorts of things when we come back after half term. So let's get on. I've got my trusty sheet by my side. Shall we start with what's in Neela's jar today? Let's have a look. Okay. So never quite know what we're going to get. Here we are. We have another question. Ooh, sounds a little bit grim, this one. What do you bury when it's alive and you dig up when it's dead? I'm thinking science. Maybe a science topic or a science unit that some year groups do. Okay, shall we have a look at the answer? It is a plant. You bury a plant when it's alive and you dig it up when it's dead. Thank you. Good one, Neela. Another nice one. You get us thinking first thing on a Monday morning. So, last week we started something. We started the flags of the world. And I know that for some children, maybe in Pine's class, it's a little bit too much to remember all of the flags. So your job is to try and remember one of them. See if you can remember one. And we did 4 last week, as you can remember. We did Japan, we did Argentina, Portugal, and the United Kingdom. So now we've got 4 more. And I'm just going to have to edit all the pictures in at some point. So I might not be talking about the same one at the right time, but hopefully you'll see. Here they all are together. You've got the 4 new ones. We'll start off in the top corner. You've got Germany, Jamaica, Nigeria, and Greece. 2 countries in Europe, Germany and Greece, and then 2 countries in other continents. So maybe you can find out which continents those other countries are in. So Germany, with those horizontal lines, the black and the red and the yellow, it's like an orangey yellow. And then Jamaica, which is a nice diamond shape. Nigeria, 2 colours, green and white. And then Greece, which is blue and white with the little corner cross in it. So there are your new ones. Now, can you remember those 8 flags of the world? I wonder if when we do our next normal Monday assembly, I wonder if I can put them up there and you can call out which flags they are without me saying so. Okay, so there we are. There's your flags of the world for today. Now then, I'm going to try and mix up the next 2 bits because I've been looking at our emotion card for this week, and it's a nice gentle one this week. Sometimes they seem a bit negative, but actually they're not negative. They're just teaching you to understand some of those sad or negative emotions that come along, because when you understand them, you can handle them better. And I think this word today, the card for today, does just that precisely. So I'm going to mix that up with something that the Cedars class did last week outside. So the word today, the emotion that you'll be thinking about this week in school is being mindful. Now, being mindful is when you stop to actually think about how you're feeling, how your emotions are, and to stop and consider whether things are going well and actually what's going on. Because if you don't stop to think about it at all, things just pass you by and you don't deal with emotions better. So some people, some adults learn to meditate and they learn to take a moment of mindfulness because actually once they stop and consider all their emotions, they can handle them a bit better. Children don't normally meditate, but you might notice when you've done yoga in school before, you feel very calm afterwards. And actually it's because quite often the world feels like it's running at 100 miles an hour. I mean, did you know that this is our 33rd day in school today? It's the 33rd day back since we started in September. And it feels like it's been much longer than that. It feels like we've been here for 200 days, to be honest. because so much happens in a school day. It goes so quickly, and yet it feels like a long time ago since we started term. But being mindful, it improves the mood that you're in, because if you stop to say, today I feel a bit tired, I know I'm going to be a bit grouchy or a bit grumpy, then actually it makes it a bit softer when you start to feel like that. And then you actually apologize a bit quicker, or you recover a little bit quicker. But also on the other side, it's not just feeling negative, it's quite positive too. You can accept all the good things that happen and you can appreciate them a little bit more. So I wonder if you are mindful, or if you say, I don't know how I'm feeling. Because if you say you don't know, it probably means you haven't really stopped to think about it. Has something made you feel really happy this morning? Have you woken up in a good mood? Or have you woken up a little bit tired or a bit grumpy? Or did you have a bit of a fallout this morning? Have you had a fallout with a friend last week and you haven't been able to fix it yet and you're hoping to fix it today? Or have you had something really exciting with a friend, a game that you started last week and you're looking forward to playing it again? Or did you do something in the classroom that you were so proud of your work and you can't wait to do it again? All those things, they really do need thinking about sometimes. They do need you to stop and think. So I want you to stop for a moment and think about how you're feeling, and then maybe you can tell your teacher how you're feeling right now. Okay, so you can play the video again in a moment. And to link that then to what the Cedars class did last week, they went outside and they did some outdoor learning about what an ideal world would look like. Now, I think we could all make our own ideal worlds at the moment, and there'll be a lot of changes from the way things are at the minute, but I thought it was a lovely activity. Now, I'm not going to profess to be able to unpick all of your pictures, I'm afraid, because they used these resources and the natural materials that they found outside to create their own ideal worlds. And these, like the branches, the leaves, the stones, the apples, they all represented something. And they told a story of what their ideal worlds look like. So I can't say that I understand each one of them without the explanation, but I wonder what would go in your ideal world. And I don't just mean a world where the trees are made out of chocolate, or, like the world in Willy Wonka's factory. I don't mean like that. I mean, what kind of things would exist in your ideal world? For example, would there be peace and harmony? Lots of people look for no more wars and no more fallouts. They look for maybe friendliness, people feeling that the whole world is helpful to each other and kind. Maybe the world is full of honesty and there's no ability to lie in the ideal world. Or maybe everybody is equal. There's a whole world is equal, that there's nobody poorer than somebody else. All those things could make up your ideal world. So again, have a little think about what would be in your ideal world now, and then tell your teacher some of the things that would make up your ideal world. Okay, and so we come up to the final part of the assembly today, which is a special mention for somebody. And I just want to say that although this person has already been given a team point by their teacher, I got an email from another parent at the weekend, and this parent was telling me how touched they were by this young lady's actions. Now, Darla, who is in Poplar's class, everybody who knows Darla knows she's a lovely young lady, but Darla took some time out of her own little life to make a card for Amber. Amber had a really sad loss. When you lose a pet, it's really emotional, because you think about all of the good times and you try and think about all the funny and the silly times, but actually it doesn't always help straight away. It reminds you of all the sad bits too. And Darla made a card for Amber to say that she hoped she was feeling better. And actually, when all the family at home saw the card, it has touched them so much that actually, I think Darla, Mum, has said that she's going to frame the card, put it on it's in a special place in the mantelpiece at the moment. You have gone into somebody else's family and into their hearts, and you created a special little place. And do you know where that started from, Darla? It started from someone who is very mindful. You stopped, thought about how Amber might be feeling, how somebody else was feeling, and you reached out and helped them. And because of that, Darla, I'm going to add to the team point and give you a head teacher's award, because that's just the kind of girl that we would love to have in our Sibsy family, and we're very proud to have. So thank you, and thank you, Mum, for sending an email in to tell us about that. Mrs. Pickersgill, that was very kind. Okay, have a lovely Monday, and remember, we've got 4 days of hard work to go before half term, and then loads to look forward to in term 2, which leads us up to Christmas. So have a lovely day today. Bye-bye.